Hey, what is up, lovelies? It is Lynn the Gacha Goblin, and I am currently having troubles with my mic right now. So if I start cutting off, I blame my mic. Second, let's go through this video as quickly as possible before my mic craps out on me again, because this is the nth time I'm recording this. So, we have banner schedule that we can talk about, and that banner schedule is this banner schedule. Okay, not only was it submitted to me in my Discord server, thank you so much for the submission, I really appreciate it. The Goblin Dropbox is my favorite thing that I've done. And then we also have a lot of people talking about it over on Twitter here. So we're just going to go through the schedule itself, and we're going to see exactly what the schedule is that everybody's talking about. Okay, so we have here Caleb solo, then Raphael solo, then Silas new myth, and Lunar rerun. Now, if you've watched my previous video talking about if Silas's myth was going to come out a little bit earlier, that may still be true, okay? Now, nothing in here is, etched in stone. There is nothing that's been verified, so take everything with a grain of salt. However, I've seen more people talking about this than the theory of Silas coming out early. So, possibly this is possibly true, okay? But apparently, we haven't had two solos back-to-back in a while, so this might be either not true because it's back-to-back, or they're doing it again because they need to space out the different content that we have. Okay, so then this is going to come out December 13th until the 28th, and then we're going to have a week of a rerun for a Lunar rerun. Everyone's saying this is going to be Raphael's rerun, so that's going to be really nice. It's his solar lunar card that came out. I'm watching my mic so that way I know for sure not on mute. Okay, so now we have, let's see, so then Caleb, second anniversary multi, right, which is going to be nice, which is right into 2026, from the right into the 1st of, let's see, January 21st. Interesting that this rerun is going to last that long. Lunar rerun is actually lasting more than a week. This might actually not just be a solo rerun. They might actually do this more as a multi-banner rerun style, which is very interesting. I haven't seen them do a rerun that is longer than that, which is very interesting. So maybe we should keep an eye on this one. As for the next one, we have the second anniversary multi, and then we have Caleb 1.0 myth run. This is the second. This is a decoherence myth. This decoherence myth is going to rerun. Then we're going to have a Valentine's Day multi. Then we're gonna have Raphael birthday plus rerun, which makes sense. So this is like new card, rest period, new card for birthday, new card, and then we're gonna have Caleb's new myth come out in March into May, which is really nice. January, February, March. Yeah, April, sorry. March into April. So that's really nice. In the previous schedule that we've seen that has, the schedule from 2025 until 2027, Caleb's new myth actually didn't show up on there as far as I can recall. So it's really nice that we're going to have Caleb stuff. So if you're Caleb lovely, the schedule seems pretty packed for you, because if you're going to be pulling for him and only him, you're going to be pulling on this one, and then you're going to be pulling on multi-banner, then Valentine's Day multi-banner, and then possibly Caleb's new myth here. So interesting. Then we're gonna have a multi-rerun. Not sure what this multi-rerun is going to be for sure, which is very interesting. Then we have here Silas's birthday plus rerun from last year, then Raphael's 3.0 myth rerun, which is the mermaid, and then we're gonna have a multi that's not labeled. Then we have a lunar rerun round 2 again. This one is interesting. The dates on this make more sense as to a week as opposed to this one, because this one is 20 days 20 days for a lunar rerun seems kind of strange unless they're doing something different. This one says it's only going to be for about 6 days, you know, like the typical week rerun. Then we're gonna have Zane's solo, then we have Caleb's birthday plus his rerun from last year, Intertwined Shadows multi-rerun. Everybody knows how much I love this banner, so I would actually recommend pulling after you experience the cards for yourself. If you want to keep it, keep it. If you don't want to pull for it, don't pull for it. Don't listen to me. Save your money. Do as you please, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, then we have Xavier rerun. So this is his third myth rerun, so the king himself is coming back. Hopefully his kit is already fixed by the time that he comes rolling around. Then we have Silas solo, then we have a multi-banner coming out. Again, not named as to what the theme is going to be. We're probably going to get those details later on in the year, which is going to be exciting. Anything talking about multi-banners and all of those different shenanigans is always fun to make videos on and always fun to talk about. Then we have Zane's rerun for his Egyptian rerun. Then we have Misty Invasion rerun, which everybody who is late to the game did not experience Misty Invasion, so it's your time to shine, everyone get your diamonds ready. But that kind of sucks because you have multi, then Zane myth, and then Misty Invasion rerun. So if you're a Zane girly, this is going to be very hard for you, especially since Zane's birthday is right after. Then you have Caleb solo, then another multi, and then we have here Xavier's birthday and rerun. If there's another card that I highly, or at least a different banner that I highly recommend for you to pull on, it would be Wander in Wonder. It was just so peak. It was peak, okay? Storytelling, amazing. Each one of the cards was amazing too. I don't recommend pulling for all of the cards, but at least get your fave if you have a fave in here. Okay, then we have Silas 2.0 Myth Rerun. So this is going to be the I guess the new one that's supposed to come out, you know, in December, so next month, which is very exciting news. And then we have here a multi that's coming up. Again, no theme attached onto the multi. Now with the rerun here, this is approximately 7 days for the lunar rerun round 3. This is very interesting. Again, this is only a week, which fits the normal routine for reruns. Again, this one does not, which I am suspicious about, very suspicious about that one. Okay, then we have Raphael solo, then we have the Yes Cat Caretaker rerun, which a lot of people really want this card. Definitely save up for those if you really want the multi banners. It's really helpful to have this kind of like, you know, schedule out, so that way you know when the reruns are going to come out. But if you don't need to pick up a rerun, then you don't need to pick up a rerun. It's perfect time to actually grind for diamonds, grind for resources, and all of those different shenanigans. And then we have the 3rd anniversary multi. So I cannot believe that this is actually the entire year worth of content. And then we're going to have the 3rd anniversary multi. This is actually really interesting. Cat Caretaker, interesting. Silas Myth reruns happening in October into November instead of happening in December, which wouldn't be a full year. But it is interesting that they're kind of spacing it out this way. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Like, why would they do back-to-back reruns? Wander in Wonder and then Silas Myth rerun. Very suspicious. Honestly, it is kind of suspicious that they're putting reruns next to each other like this, but maybe they just don't have a choice. Who knows? And there's like another theory that is just popped up into my brain. What if they're actually preparing content for the 6th love interest during this time of multi-banners and reruns and all of these different shenanigans, to give them time to like, okay, let's record all of these things. I wouldn't hold it against them if they did that. Now, again, we have the 3rd anniversary multi. Then we have Caleb's Myth rerun. This is the 3.0 Myth rerun, not 2.0 Myth rerun. And then we have Valentine's Day multi. Okay. Alright, so then page 2. We have page 2 here. So this then goes into, what is this? Lunar rerun. Oh, no. This is not page 2. This is literally like, this is the schedule. Like this one page is the schedule. So that is actually really interesting. This is just a lot of highlights of like different things that you would pull for if you're a Zane main, basically. But this schedule is interesting. It does feel like there is some sort of pattern here, because usually they follow a pattern when releasing, you know, different cards and stuff. So they're gonna have like myths and multi reruns back to back next to each other, and then it feels like lunar rerun round. The way they say round makes me feel like it's more than one lunar card, you know. Very interesting. Again, none of this is confirmed or verified by sources. You know, these are technically veggies, so take this with a grain of salt. It is really nice to have something like this, because then at least we have like a rough idea of what is going to come out. But interesting. I don't think that this is so far off from the previous video that I've talked about, the schedule. I feel like there are more details in terms of like what is going to rerun, so that is really nice to have, especially with like the multi-banner reruns and like the timing of all of these different things. I feel like next year is gonna be kind of a drag, to be perfectly honest. If you're somebody who's been playing this game for a while now and you've pulled on all the cards that you wanted to pull for and all of these different things, and you're not, you know, like anxious to get more copies of other cards, then I think that next year, 2026, is gonna be a pretty slow year. Now, again, this is something that I brought up in my previous video. I don't know how they're supposed to spice up the time of reruns, because we all know rerun time is boring time. That is a week of being boring, because we don't have the events that go with the multi-banners. We don't have any of like the music or the like assets that you can get when a rerun comes out, which is very unfortunate. But that being said, I don't know how they're going to keep us entertained and wanting to log in if there is literally nothing to do. So I'm really hoping that they're going to fix that problem and like solve it, or like at least add more events into the game, so that way we can find different ways of grinding, and we can also find different ways of enjoying the game itself. That also being said, there's nothing on here implying or suggesting that we're going to get a 5.0 update, besides like maybe this really long rerun here. Now again, if I'm reading this wrong, somebody let me know. But I think that, you know, anniversary time should be the time that we're going to get another major update. So hopefully we do get something, but I don't know. Fingers crossed, we have to wait and see. Infold has been up to many different shenanigans as of late, so let's just keep our eye on them and hope for the best. Again, if anybody has anything that they want me to react to, or, you know, make a video on, go ahead and join the Discord and then drop it in my Dropbox. Alrighty, everybody, thank you all so much for watching. I am Lynn the Gacha Goblin. If you like this video, leave a like down below, and if you would like to hit that subscribe button. I am very sorry that my mic has been cutting in and out. I don't know what's up. I think it's just being temperamental right now. But that being said, I shall see you lovelies in the next one. Bye-bye now.